Well, we already did one. Let's continue bringing on the bad guys. What is going on, drawittoo crew? Ramny here with the brand new drawing tutorial for you guys, and we are going to be continuing our Spider-Man No Way Home tutorials with a tutorial on the lizard. Whereas the others got a bit of a redesign when they were introduced in Spider-Man No Way Home, the lizard kind of stayed the way he appeared in The Amazing Spider-Man. So yeah, we're going to be drawing him, and you could use this for your Amazing Spider-Man, or you could use this for Spider-Man No Way Home because it's practically the exact same. Definitely stay tuned, you guys, because I do have plans on drawing the 3 Spider-Man characters that appear in this film. But yes, like I mentioned in the last tutorial, I kind of like doing the bad guys first, so that's what we're going to do. So as always, we have a breakdown at the beginning before we get to the tutorial, and in this breakdown, you get to see kind of like the little shapes that make up like the framework for the reference photo that we're going to use. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Like in my previous tutorial on the Green Goblin, I do have an action figure of this guy as well, of the lizard. So this is what he looks like. And if you guys can see, he pretty much looks like a human with just like scales and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to focus on. I'm going to put him right here so that he can see what we're drawing. But yeah, let's take a look at this, this breakdown here. And as always, I like to start off with that circle to signify where the head is going to be, and then I like to draw the jaw. So the center is going to be this way, jaw going down. It's got a mouth open quite a bit, so that mouth is going to pretty much take up all of the bottom part right here. Eye line goes like that, and then you got the nose right here. Okay, so there's the head. And what you guys see next, if you start shaping out where the shoulder is going to be, there's the shoulder right there. So there's the back right here. So you see a little bit of a neck here, but not much. So yeah, you can see that he's got his neck forward. Here's the chest part that sort of wraps around from the shoulder, goes to the other side. And then you see a little bit of the shoulder on that side as well. Okay, if we continue, then we can draw the center of the torso. Is going to look like that. The line's going to continue going down to his crotch. He does not have any anything anatomically, any organs there, so pretty much just that. And then kind of like underwear, these folds right here that you see in his on his upper thighs there, it's kind of like the underwear fold, and that's what that looks like. There's a bit of a tail down here if you guys want to continue drawing the tail, but that's it. Okay, U shape for the arm. You'll see that the arm is pretty basic, looks like that. Okay, and then you got the fingers over here, and then over here it's wide, gets narrower, and then if you look at it as a square first, that's what that looks like, and then a bunch of fake fingers that come out from it. Okay, and then just shaping that and give it a couple more muscles, and that should be it. So let's remove that bottom layer, and this is what the basic lizard shape should look like. All right, so here we have our paper in landscape mode because we're going to be drawing just kind of like mid-thigh for the lizard here. And what we're going to do is we're going to start by finding a spot right here in our paper, and we're going to be drawing a circle about this big right around here. Of course, that's going to be for his face, just like that. It doesn't have to be perfect, and remember to draw it as lightly as you can. Okay, his jaw is going to come down. I'm going to also draw the middle of his face, which is going to be this line right here, which is a little bit more to the right side. And then jaw coming down on this side as well. And then that jaw is going to be a little bit long because he's got his mouth open. So it's going to come down a little bit lower than usual, like so. So there's our lizard head. Okay, find a spot right here. That's where we're going to be drawing his back. And then we're going to find a spot kind of like right here. Okay, so see this distance from here to here? It's about that far. And what we're going to do is we're going to start drawing the shoulder as a circle, more of a flat oval. That kind of looks like that, an egg on its side. Okay, and bring this way. So that's what that's going to look like. Now this circle shouldn't be any bigger. It's any bigger than this circle right here. So you want to keep that in mind. You want to make sure that they're about the same size, but this one should not be any bigger than that. Okay, from the bottom of the chin here, I'm going to draw a line going this way. So that's going to be part of the clavicle line, I guess you could say. I do have a reference photo. If you guys can see, I have a reference photo right here. I have a reference photo right here, so I can see kind of like the whole, what he looks like as a whole. Okay, so let's continue. His chest is going to start right here, actually. So I'm going to bring that down. And then imagine his back is kind of contorted. It's going to come down his shoulder, and it's going to go like this a little bit, like so. Okay. About that far down is going to be his chest. It's going to go from the armpit to there. The neck is going to go this way, and then it's going to kind of come down like so, and then this one goes inward like that. Okay, so we've created a torso right here. His shoulder, his other shoulder is going to be right here. So imagine this sort of curves to that point. So that's what that looks like. Okay, right here we're going to find his buttocks, as Forrest Gump would say. I found a spot right here that's going to be for where his thigh is going to come out. And then right here we're going to create a crotch, just about there. Little curve right here for the thigh going outward. And then again right here going outward. You see a little bit of a tail again right there. So that's a tail. And then this goes like so. Okay, not quite done, because we do have to draw the arms. So the elbow sort of comes out a little bit. So it's, instead of it being this way, it's a little bit slanted. Like that. And then right here, it's going to go this way. Wider on this side, and it gets narrower as you go towards your wrist. Like this. About that far. Okay, and then for the hands, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to draw a triangle that looks like, well, it's not quite a triangle, kind of looks like that. Okay, and then you got the thumb sticking out here and then downwards, and then a claw or a little pointy talon. Okay, right here we got that index finger sort of comes out like that, and then it sort of points downwards like this. Okay, pointy little talon there. And then you got second one, and then a third one going this way. And you don't see a fourth one, but let's just create like a little fourth one right there. So I'm just going to draw them like this. We'll go back and revisit that a little bit later on. Let's go over here now, find that little armpit, and we're going to draw an arm going out this way. Okay, so from the armpit, it's wide, gets a little bit narrower, not much. Doesn't have to stick out very far, so that's good, like so. He's crouching it, and I guess I could have brought him up a little bit higher, but that's okay. Don't have to do that. Okay, right here is a bit of a square. not perfect square. Okay, this goes out, and then like so. That's the first claw. And then the second one, we're going to divide this into 4 for now. And then this one sort of goes outward, and then little bean shape like this. And then the next one is going to come out a little bit further out. Like so. And then it bends this way. And then this one, it gets covered a little bit. So if you just draw this, then you kind of get the illusion that it's bending. And then this one goes this way, right here. Okay, I apologize. I think my necklace, I'm going to take my necklace out. I think it's touching the my microphone here. Okay, so there you go. And there's that. Kind of doing the middle finger. I didn't mean to do that, but maybe we'll fix that a little bit later on. So there's our initial lizard design. Let's continue now. And let me just readjust the settings so that you guys can see this a little bit more clearly. But yeah, let's focus on filling out the face. And I'm going to erase the guidelines, but not completely, because we kind of still need them. Okay, so again, as I always say with the faces, if it does not look like the actor, or if this does not look 100% perfect like the lizard, it's completely fine. So don't worry about accuracy too much, okay? All right, so eyes go that way. Okay, so here's that bottom of that circle. And remember, the top of this circle sort of that's where the mouth kind of starts. So right here, here's the mouth. Leave a little bit of room at the bottom for the chin, of course. Just like that. Okay. The eyes are going to be, actually, let's focus on the nose first. And if you think of it like having like a snake-like nose, you'll get a better sense of what he's supposed to look like. So there's the sides of the nose right there. And then let's draw the nostrils that are kind of look like this. Okay. So think of him as a sort of a dinosaur as well. So he's definitely got the scales like a Jurassic Park dinosaur, not like the bird dinosaurs. And then somewhere up at the top there, I'm going to draw the brow. And I'm going to bring it up like this. And then this one, same thing. I'm going to bring it up sharply outwards like that. Okay. And then you guys can see I'm already playing with the chin, or sorry, the cheek, not the chin. And that cheekbone actually goes into the jaw like this. It's got a very faint upper lip. And then we're going to continue on to the other side. Cheekbone into the jaw, or sorry, into the mouth. Keep saying jaw. Okay, there you go. Let's go back over here, and I'm going to draw the eyes. The eyes are kind of like beady. And instead of like lizard, like lines, it does have more human eyes. So just work on trying to create those human eyes there. That's just a little bit above his nose. There you go. And you could put a lot of details into the lizard here. I won't draw too much, but you guys feel free to just find reference photos of the lizard motorcycle just passed by. That was probably pretty loud. But yeah, find reference photos of the lizard and then just add the scales as you wish. Okay, he's got kind of scales right here, sort of look like that. And if you guys really wanted to, you could add the scales kind of where around his eyes, which is a little bit more pinkish, like that. Okay, I'm going to fix the top of the head so that it's not completely round. Although he does have a pretty round head if you look at this image right here. But he does have like some sort of ridge that goes like this. And I'm not gonna draw any definite lines for those ridges, but that's kind of what it looks like. Add some texture marks right there, pretty much just lines. And if you guys want to add some circles that kind of are side by side, it's another way to create scales. Okay, he's got lines in between here, so it looks like he's scrunching his nose. Okay, so we kind of got the top half. Let's continue working on the bottom. Let's start with the mouth. In the mouth, I'm going to give him some sharp teeth at the top there. He does have gums and stuff, but I think I'll just focus on the top teeth here for our drawing. And then he's got bottom teeth as well. And they do go upward. And the thing is, he's got like a segmented jaw. In other words, the top of the jaw there, or sorry, the jaw looks completely removed from like the mouth. See, he's got like a big mouth that goes all the way to that side. And this whole thing right here is just pink, like it's the inside. Okay, inside is get a little bit of tongue. And that's pretty much all you get to see. And then let's continue there's like a ridge right here for his jaw. And then let's just complete the jaw. Going down, point at the bottom, just like that, okay? I'm going to create a line right here that sort of goes into the neck, because he does have a neck and it sort of goes this way. So he's got a neck going out like that. He's got ridges right here. So kind of like a rough texture. And then I'm going to erase these slightly, but not too much, because what we're going to do is we're going to draw the wrinkles. You see how in this action figure he's got like wrinkles from the neck to the armpits. That's what we're going to do right now. Okay. So there's that one. There's like this big, kind of like a vein on your neck here. And what it does is it goes down to the clavicle. That's this collarbone right here. And it goes under the armpit like so. And then sort of does it again. Like that. So yeah, so that's what that looks like right there. You don't see the chest definition really. So what you do see is a little bit of just a line, but then nothing much. right here, there's a clear shadow. No nipples or anything. And that just goes in kind of naturally with those lines there, like that. And this one, again, think of those wrinkles going into the neck. So from here, it actually goes towards the neck this way. There you go. Right here, you see a little bit of the back of the shoulder there. There you go. Okay, let's continue on with the torso since we're already here. Let's create some. Now we assume that the lizard's anatomy sort of changed inside as well, not just like a surface, but also like the insides kind of start to look a little bit like a lizard. So what I'm doing now is I'm just creating those and darkening some lines where there would be abs. I guess there's still abs because he is still kind of humanoid. Lizard abs. So just creating these textures here. I'm not bothering just yet with the like adding the texture, the scales and stuff like that. So we'll worry about that a little bit later on. And like alternatively, you guys are free to do that on your own as well. Like I said, add to it, create it however you would like. Okay, so there's our torso right there. From here, now I'm going to remove that butt shape because he actually doesn't have much of a butt from this angle. He actually does have a tail. So you guys can see. No butts, just tail. Okay. Finding a spot right here to create our thigh sort of curve. And again, right here, there's like layers of skin. If you guys look at the reference photo from earlier, he's got tons of scales and it sort of just wraps around almost like underwear to him, and it's just a bunch of skin folds. So this whole thing is just like folding skin. Okay, and then right here is going to be his tail. That's his tail right there. So here's the crotch. Here's the skin folding. There's a little bit of a graduation between like the brown and the green. And then here, for the most part, the thigh kind of remains this shape right here, just that it's got some textures to it. Okay, same thing over here. There's a little bit of a change in the texture, whereas here it's more scaly because it's the outside part. But here it's a little bit more delicate and it's softer, lighter colored. Yeah. There you go. Let's go over here. This one's simple. It's pretty much just the shoulder going out this way. Okay, let's go to this shoulder now and let's find kind of where that shoulder ends and the bicep begins. So let's find the bicep definition right here. He's also got a tricep. His arms aren't overly beefy or anything like that. It's just, you see a lot of muscle definition because he is a fairly lean character. And again, right here, you see, like, if you look at an iguana's neck, you can kind of see where the inspiration for these folds come from. So that's what that looks like. Okay, there you go. Continuing on from here, some more skin folds that go diagonal to the other side. Okay, there you go. Let's make his fingers a little bit more bony. Okay, so by bony, it just sort of goes in like that. And make those knuckles a little bit more pronounced. So there's one finger. Okay. Divide that into 2, 3 actually. There's a middle finger right there. Okay, this one looks like this. There's the tip, there's the claw, and then here's the other end, and then the last one looks like that. Okay, thumb, lastly, like so. Okay, there's that, and I guess let's do this one right here. We got folds of the skin sort of going to the other side like we did on the other arm. And also going down the middle like this. Okay. Okay, got the bottom of the hand. There's the palm, mid palm, and this is the thumb right here, kind of like this part of the thumb right here, whatever you call that muscle. Let's work on the thumb right there, thumb, and then sharp claw, like that. I'm gonna fix these up a little bit so that we don't have a prominent middle finger sticking out. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have this one going this way instead. There you go. And then sharp little talon. That middle finger still goes up, but I'm going to make it bend a little bit more. Like that. Okay. Right here, you see the talon. I'm going to draw the talon first, and then I'm going to draw the finger like this. And it just looks like that. And then right here, I'm going to do the same thing where I draw the nail first, and then draw the finger like so, and then just bring it all together. Like so. Okay. The last thing that you probably want to do, it doesn't show up much here on the in the reference photo, but he does have a tail that sort of goes out, and you can have it come out like this. So that's one way of showing that the character has a tail. It's not attached the way that we've drawn him. It's not attached to him, but yeah, there's one way to do it. As you do it, make sure that it just gets, it's wide and then it gets narrower as you go to the tip, kind of like this right here. Okay, again, you guys, there's a lot of texture and all that stuff here, and you could spend a lot of time just kind of adding texture to this. I do feel I can rough it out with my pencil, but I do feel that adding texture would be better if I did it when I'm inking. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing. But yeah, so just keep in mind that the outer surfaces, the outer areas have bigger scaly skin. And then the bigger the muscle, like the shoulder over here, so the scales are a little bit more pronounced. Same thing here in the thighs. And for these scales, it's just kind of circles, the way I'm drawing them. Not perfect circles, but just on top of each other. But the thing is, don't make it too uniform. In other words, don't make it too like lined up nicely. Otherwise, it won't look natural. You want to try to make it look as organic as possible. And then right here, you get into tiny little circles as well. And you can continue adding those wrinkly lines there if you guys want to. I mean, you could go a really long time with this if you really wanted to. But yeah, again, right here, this is a more delicate spot because it's under the arm. So fewer scales here, but as you get to the sides of the arm and the back, that's when the scales get a little bit bigger. Again, like the palm is a delicate part. But yeah, if you guys are dark brown skinned like me, you guys can kind of see what I mean by like the bottom of, like the inside of my arms are a little bit more light than it is on the outside, kind of like a lizard. I'm describing my skin to lizard skin, but the logic applies. It's darker up at the front. Think of it as being tanned more, it gets more exposure to the sun, but then the inside, the armpit part, and right here is a little bit lighter. Okay, so that's it, you guys. I think, do we have anything else? Yeah, you could, like, again, like I just added a couple more lines there and it already makes him look a little bit more menacing. So definitely spend some time adding textures to this guy. Give him that mean, menacing look. Make him look angry. All right? And that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and stay tuned because I'll be drawing the other characters, the other bad guys, and I'll be doing Spider-Man as well. All right, so take care. And you guys, that is all the time that we have for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in all the way to the very end. I appreciate that a lot. If you guys are proud of your drawings, I would love to see them. So head on over to Instagram, tag me at drawittoo so I can see your masterpieces. If you guys are ever curious about the tools that I use for drawing or the equipment that I use to make these videos, I have links in the description of this video, so make sure you guys check that out. If you are feeling extra generous, I have links down in the description as well for different ways that you can show your support on this channel. I already mentioned Patreon, but there are other ways as well, so be sure to check those out, links in the description. Your contributions go a long way in ensuring that I can continue making videos just like this for you guys to enjoy free of charge. Again, if you guys like this video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video right here, comment down below, and share this with your friends in your social media. And speaking of social media, don't forget you guys can find me on Instagram, on Facebook, and of course on my website, drawittoo.com, where you can find a free coloring page based on the tutorial drawing that is found in this video. Again, you guys, all of the links to those are found in the description of this video, so be sure to check that out. Finally, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And yeah, stay tuned for more so you can learn to draw it too. I'll see you guys next time.